Dr. Richie is a member of the Society of Neuro-Linguistic Program. We call it COMENSA. I say 1, 2, 3. Dr. Richie coaches and mentors Association of South Africa. Dr. Richie is a business practitioner of Motivational MEP South Africa and a member of Global Speakers Federation. He is also a director of ICANN Maxwell, John C. Maxwell. He is the author of Why Am I Here? As I'm about to welcome Dr. Richie, let's all clap hands for Dr. Richie.
Louder. 1, 2, 3. First of all, I want to appreciate you, my brother Lawrence. It's a privilege to speak to young people at this time, and also Bobby for inspiring them and telling them your story. I pray somebody learn from your story, and the school management for giving opportunity for this to happen, and to the team members of your foundation, I really appreciate and treasure you. Thank you. Can you hear me? Yes. Let me tell you something before I start. Grand rule. I don't care whether you talk to your friends when I'm talking or not. Your destiny is wasting away. Diamond will last forever. Your youth will never last forever. If you think you're going to build your life on your beauty, I guarantee you it's going to fade away. How many of you have classmates here? Raise your hand. You have classmates. You have classmates. It ends in this school. By the time you leave school, there are no classmates. How do you know when you enter the aeroplane, there's first class, there's business class, and economy? Life changes as you grow. If you think you're a classmate, you're not classmates in the future. It ends today. Life is about commitment. Somebody say commitment. Commitment. Whatever you commit to is what you love. And what you commit to will determine your destiny. If you commit your time to watching, look, you're going to be running around. If you commit your time to be what? No, don't tell them shit. You keep talking. When you commit your time to watching Kardashians, your destiny will look like them. Television is for people that tell their testimony and tell their vision. Your destiny at this time, you should be committed to where you're going. In the next 10 years, where are you going to be? In the next 20 years, who are you going to be? You are either going to be a great person or your classmate's gardener. Or you be the ones scrubbing the floor at McDonald's and you think that is life. No. You were born into this world, not empty. You were born not deprived. You were born not bankrupt. You were born to make a difference. You were born to transform your family. It doesn't matter whether your family is poor or great. In fact, it's better you start from a poor family so that you can make a difference in your family. Most of you, wait, I'm thinking you are about to clap. Where are you going to clap? Matric. One of my teachers walked into the class. We were making noise as usual with our head court, looking funny. And the teacher said, "Die now and live forever." All my friends began to mock the teacher. Then I stepped back and I asked the man, "Are you saying we should commit suicide?" He said, "No. I'm saying die to what is not important so that you can live a greater life." I went back to my dormitory and I wrote it on every book of mine and I disconnected from my friends. And I began to realize that if I do not die to what is not important, I will never get to the life that is important. My future is better than where I am. Where I am is the beginning. Where I'm going to be is my choice and my decision. I got to commit to the life I want to see happen in the future. I was not born this way. I was born like every other person, but I made my choice. Here's something to pay attention to. Jesus was born in a manger. He finished as a champion. Where you are born is not as important as where you finish. You will make a choice where you're going to end up. Yesterday, I was privileged to be in a meeting of billionaires and millionaires. One of the person that spoke was the first black South African woman to be a pilot, and she told her story, how she was born and raised in a poor atmosphere, but she made a choice where she wanted to end up. The eagle and the vulture belong to the same class, but one chose to be the king, the other one chose to eat in the trash can. You will choose your destiny yourself. Nobody can choose it for you. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow has no commitment to anybody. Tomorrow is committed to who is committed to tomorrow. In fact, I can predict your future, but I say, wait a moment, I'm about to give you. Your future is predictable by the choices you're making today. You don't need another prophet to tell you who you're going to be, because the choice you're making will tell you where you're going to end up. Let me tell you something. If you are smoking weed, keep smoking. You are about to lose your life. You can go right ahead and blame who sells, but nobody forced you to take it. It's a choice. You can keep drinking beer. That is your business. It is advertisement that is telling you it is your right, it is your choice. But remember, if you do not take your destiny in your hand now, tomorrow you will block the road, asking government to give you a house where your mates are buying houses in overseas. You hear what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. You are not too young to begin to think how to be great. You hear what I'm saying? I made up my mind where I wanted to be when I was your age. As soon as my teacher said, die now and live forever, he didn't say commit suicide. He said, die to what is not important. I cut down what I watch on TV. He said, let me tell you, I feel for your generation. There's a lot of crap on TV. They're feeding you. And you think that those guys in America are the ones living a better life. You better go there and see for yourself. You know, we see them come to Africa and they say to you, in America, this happens. Everybody's looking for me. Crap! Most of them are liars, because they are not doing as well as they are saying. Because if they are doing so well, why are they always in Africa? Ever thought about that? And they are always telling Africans what is wrong with all African countries, but enter the plane, they are all over the place. Hear me. You are a generation that has been given opportunities. Your parents went to school with fear. Your mothers went to school wondering if they're going to come home. Your fathers went to school in pain, learning a language they don't understand, to be educated. And here today, the government has given you everything, and you are complaining again. Wake up. The government owes you nothing. You owe your generation, your family, and putting you. Let me tell you another thing. Be the next generation that will make Africa proud. You don't need to keep having children before you leave school. What do you need that for? Are you hearing what I'm saying? You better focus, forget about grant. Grant is nothing compared to the grant God has granted you to make a difference. Young girls, look at me. If that boy comes right over to tell you you're beautiful, tell her I know before I left the house. I know. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? I said, you better see yourself beautiful before anybody confuse you about being beautiful. And the boys, don't think that this is what was messed up. But when I began to listen to what he was saying, I realized he loved me enough to tell me that, wait a moment, this is not your focus now. Your focus is how to build your future, so that when you get to your future, everything is ready for you. Trust me, education is important. Don't drop out. And some of you are about to do matric. How many of you are about to do matric? Raise your right hand. Say I. Say I like you mean it. Keep your hand up. Keep your hand up. Listen to what I'm saying now. Listen to what I'm saying now. Don't be the one that will give this school a bad name. Did you hear what I say? Somebody say, I will not be the person that will give my school a bad name. Tell somebody, he just spoke about you. Tell 3 people, he just spoke to you. Listen to me as I close, hear me. Look, listen, I promise I'm going to come back. It's a promise. But on the condition that I get a report that you are doing better than you used to do. Success is being better than you used to be. The greatest competition is not between you and your neighbor. It's between you, what God has put in you, and what you are today. You are better than you see yourself today. The potential in you is yet to be seen. The world is yet to celebrate you. There were people that looked down on me, and I said to them, give me a moment. I'm just growing myself, baby. And today, some of them are going to fetch the pictures I took with them years ago to say that we're friends. Let me tell you something. Success has friends. Failure is lonely. Don't be lonely. Did you hear me? Let me tell you this. I don't know whether you've ever heard about a man called Les Brown, but you can Google it. You are used to Googling Jay-Z and Beyonce, so you don't even know who I'm talking about. Now, 2 years ago, I went to a program because I've always admired Les Brown all my life. And Les Brown was there to speak. And I walked up to see if I could see Les Brown. And the security at Turkey, you know, these guys that I don't know where they got the masses from. They just pushed me back and said no. I said, please, can I take a picture? They said to me, no, sir, get back. Then I walked back. Come, let me just show you what it happened. And then look at, I tried to get it, said, get back. He just get back. I said, not a problem. Because it was a big program with a lot of people. Then I walked away. I took some steps and I turned back and I said to him, by this time next year, I want to see if you can stop me. And I left. Now, I didn't stop there. I went and started growing myself. I started getting more training. God is my witness. The next year, I was on that stage. And then I looked at the security. I said, I told you last year that by this time you're stopping me. Where am I today? I'm on the same stage. You, the security that stopped me, is the one that put the ban on me and called me a VIP. Today, you are a VIP. I didn't go back and say, oh man, look at the way they treated me. Then I'm going to somewhere, get a pillow and cry myself to sleep. Nonsense. I went and I sat down and I said to myself, what are you going to improve on your life that's going to make it possible for you to have an opportunity by this time next year? And I did something about it. Let me tell you something. Somebody is waiting for you. A generation is waiting to sing your song. There are people that their pictures are in office they've achieved. Please, at the same time, There are people, their faces are in police station wanted. Through him. Here's the promise you make to yourself, not to me. That today is a day of decision. That I'm making a commitment to bring pride to my family. To make this school proud. To make my country proud. To make my continent proud. To make my skin proud. Because I am on top. I am one of those they are looking for. Let me tell you something. When you are ready, the door will open. Oh, yes. When you are not ready, the door will close. Never blame somebody for your condition. Determine where you want to go. Watch this. Watch what you do in seconds. It will affect your minutes. Watch what you do with your minutes. It will affect your hours.